welcome! What can I do for you in my main menu? Right this way. Gotcha. Let's get crackin'. Let's leave this menu. What can I do for you in my main menu? Right this way. You sure have. How can we make this more enjoyable? Moving on up. What can I do for you in my main menu? Oh, yeah, I'll miss you.
Valdivianites, my name is Franklin. Franklin Oliver Ivan Least. As you may have surmised, I have hacked the email account of your CEO, David Most. David, if you're reading this, I just wanted to say, I forgive you. Yes, you've done a lot of damaging things that hurt me personally, and things that have harmed your employees. Your actions have broken our trust, and that trust may never be repaired. But I also know you were never intentionally malicious. You were under enormous pressure to do what you thought was best to ensure the prosperity of this company, to stop anyone from standing in the way of its success. But now it's time to recognize that the person standing in the way of Valdivian's success is you. You've made mistakes, that's true. But you're still our leader. And now there's thousands of wonderful, hard-working people who are looking for you to set an example. Show them why I was proud to call you my partner.
Hey, you. Did you sleep well? I can walk into the light?
Let there be.
The spectral energy.
I feel so...
Skips looks up at the sun.
It's so... beautiful. You're even more astonishing. Can I try something?
Skips takes your hand, closes his eye, and takes in your energy.
It's pretty good in the light, being here with you. The interplay between light and shadow. I can't look away.
Skips stands transfixed. His pupils dilate. He takes the nearest lamp and turns it on and off and off.
Fascinating.
He does this for hours.
Ooh, the contrast between the volumes. I know what I need to do now.
With resolve in his eyes, Skips stares straight into your soul. Lights dance between his irises.
I will become...
By joining the local theatre troupe as...
Spotlight!
You again?
They got you there. Oh.
Shut up.
Brother.
Duck in. See? I'm being nice. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Duty. Nice. And how? With one.
They never... Sorry, Rebby.
I say you could call me that dumb. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things and more. Just fine. Or Daddy. Good boy. Oh, and you can be. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so. Yeah, maybe. I'll bounce. In fact, You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad. Rebels out. Rebel Inc. Poof! Rebels gone.
An expanse of blinding white, muscled skin fills your vision. It reminds you of that class field trip to the art museum, if not for the torn jeans on this ivory Adonis's lower body. But as your eyes continue to travel up and take everything in, you note that he almost resembles a bleached bowling ball. His eyes are two dark and unreadable holes. His mouth nothing more than a thin...
Sup, baby? That's a fantastic red shirt. You're glad it doesn't cover your sweet ass. Yeah, well, don't get used to it. Yeesh, I gotta write a whole dissertation for you? You want some graphs and pie charts? Oh, how about some Venn diagrams? Will that help you figure it out? Oh my god. I was being facetious. It's a good thing you're nice to look at, because you're definitely not much in the brains department. Here, I'll give you a hint about my true secret identity. I'm what you spend your entire life avoiding. Yeah, I can tell. But not even remotely close. Your overwhelming sense of existential dread. But my homies call me Doug. Yo. I think about that all the time. But enough about me. What's your name, baby? Ha! I just choked on my chocolate milk. That name sucks. That doesn't fit your vibe at all. We need something that really captures your fundamental, immutable... I'm gonna call you Dork. Damn straight. I could smell the dork on you from a mile away. It smells like nacho cheese-flavored corn chips. Anyway, Dork, since you're here, you might as well make yourself useful and help me out. So I'm doom-scrolling ShareBucket, okay? Wow, someone's super perceptive. It wasn't a compliment. ShareBucket is Valdivian's 8th most addictive social media platform. I've been doom-scrolling for hours, and even my totally ripped fingers. So why don't you scroll for me for a while? I think it's a task suitable for... I use that term loosely. Plus, you get to keep hanging out with me, and I'm dope as hell. Oh, it's incredible. And here, I'll even sweeten the deal. You swipe for a while, and I'll reward you with, a Doug point.
He holds out what appears to be a sort of badge, a golden image of his iconic blank face framed by laurel leaves.
Sure, if it'll shut you up. Anyway, enough yammering. Read me some viral ShareBucket posts, would you? What are the top 3 most popular posts right now? Tell them the best grilled cheese is vegan cheese. Those idiots will eat each other alive for weeks. Man, this is great. Way better than just scrolling and reading by myself. And only 357 billion hours of premium content to... We're making great time. God, you complain so much. Look, you came around here and asked to spend time with me, so I graciously invited you to... But I don't have to doom scroll with you. There's plenty of other moderately attractive humans or concepts I could be I mean, I should just text Abby. She is super hot. She did things even porn won't show in some states. Abby, she's the unceasingly empty feeling of abandonment. Right up my alley. Well, that's stupid, but I hear you. Tell you what, maybe our interests aren't 100% aligned, but that's okay. A lot of power couples famously were opposites. It's not the end of the world. Absolutely. See, the end of the world happens in 7.59 billion years when the sun engulfs the Earth, destroying our planet and everything that ever existed. Wow. Kinda fucked up to single out one specific city you want obliterated. Like, what did Bakersfield do to deserve that? But you do you, I guess. What matters is, I'm hot and you're passably attractive, so I don't want to blow this up over nothing. Especially since Abby isn't returning my texts. You like that, huh? Well, there's a lot more where that came from. Tell you what, why don't you come back around here later and I'll try to find us a new activity we both like. Cool? Anyway, I gotta go find some school children and explain to them that no matter what they do, their parents will eventually entropy and die. And the reverse is even worse. Parents outliving their children. Good shit, good shit. Exactly. You get it. I'm doing a benevolent service. And don't worry if you can't stop thinking about me tonight when you're all alone in your bed. That's totes normal. I tend to have that effect on... Oh, and don't text me. I don't do clingy. Later, Dorcas.
I'm really glad you keep coming. Being the tutorial lady means that people usually like to ignore you. Aw, welcome! What can I do for you in my main menu? Did you realize, everyone? Are your specs enough? You know where to find me! Perched right here.
You're either going up or coming down. Just don't...
You pass on by.
I'm Textbox-chan!
A stranger that appears to be cuteness personified jump kicks into your view, striking a pose so adorable it makes you just a little dizzy.
Yep. Gee, those date theaters really can transform anything. Wait, we should use it on the sun! Think that would work? Oh, well, if you want to know the way to my heart, you have to do one thing. Not really. As the UI, I love transforming ideas into words. Even though UI is on the surface, the ideas being conveyed are anything but. Look, I know you've been staring at me this whole time, which is the point. But remember, my advice is to listen to what I have to say, not just admire my pretty colors. Yay! How are your dates going, by the way? I hope I've been helpful so far. You're super welcome! Just know that you can count on me in your romantic quests. Now, I'll leave you to it. Come talk to me again after you've awakened 16 dateables. And just put on those specs and tap that phantom word box you've never questioned before. Well, then come back later. I can't have you see all my content in one go. A UI still has to leave something to the imagination. TTYL!
Sup, dork? Been seeing you around the house, adding more dateable objects to your stupid little cherub. What the fuck? Take that. It was my idea first. You'd better be. If you're gonna run with that idea, you'd better give me credit. Anyway, you do something new with your hair, it looks different. Well, it looks like shit. In fact, it looks like you got your head stuck in a blender. Anyway, you caught me in the middle of ruminating. I ruminate a lot. It's hella tight. Sure you do, dork. I was ruminating about the Big Crunch. You know the Big Crunch, yeah? Sick, huh? Oh, absolutely. Just kidding. The entire universe will be crushed into nothingness. It'll be as if it never existed at all. Anyway, enough about how everything you do is utterly meaningless no matter how desperately you attempt to rationalize. I've got something lighter to share. Don't worry, we'll get right back to that regularly scheduled program. Last time we chillaxed, I promised I'd find an activity we could both enjoy. Excitement looks terrible on you, just saying. After putting in a bare minimum of effort, I think I found a slightly tolerable activity. Does it? I figured it'd sound more tolerable. So I downloaded this new app, okay? It's called PlayBucket from the makers of ShareBucket, and let me tell you, it's fire. Totally worth the 99 cents. PlayBucket's a gaming platform where you can gamble. Apparently gambling's legal as long as it's on your phone for some reason. It's got poker and blackjack and oh, Go Fish. It's even got Sudoku. You said you like Sudoku, right? See, that's how in sync we are. Way I see it, this is a great way for us to spend time together. Potentially a lot of time together, if you catch my drift. Not really. See, I'm currently down about $64 million, give or take a few million. So we gotta get all that cash back or I'm gonna owe some real bad dudes a lot of money. But I did some math, and I figure if we play roughly 100 million hours of Sudoku, we can definitely get all that crypto back. I don't know, 3? A billion? How many you want? Sure, whatever. Anyway, enough talking. Talking's for... We've got 100 million hours of Sudoku to play. It'll be fun. Of course you do, dork. That's why you keep coming back. Daddy Doug knows exactly what you need. Glad we're on. Okay, let's get cracking. You know the rules of Sudoku? Great. So what we've got on the app is exactly like that. But the thing is, I'm not gonna let you look on my phone screen. That way we can work together as a team. It'll be so dumb and good. If you use pen and paper, you're a stinking little cheat ass. You're not gonna cheat, are you? Good. Okay, so the first row going across is blank, blank 6, blank, blank 9, blank, blank 4. The second row going across is blank 2, blank, blank 3, blank, blank 6, blank. The third row going across is 4, blank, blank 7, blank, blank 2, blank, blank. The fourth row going across is 8, blank, blank 9, blank, blank 4, blank, blank. The fifth row going across is blank 4, blank, blank 8. We're more than halfway through. Oh, except you also need to help me solve it. The sixth row going across is blank, blank 7, blank, blank 3, blank, blank. The seventh row going across is, of course, blank, blank 3, blank, blank. The eighth row going across is blank 6, blank, blank 4, wait, sorry, that last number I said is a 5, not a 1. And finally, the ninth row going across is 1, blank, blank 8, blank, blank 3, blank, blank. So, you have a solution? You get a cool prize if you get it right. Because you're just choosing options, it'll be easy for you to figure out the right answer from the wrong ones. So I'll ask you something specific so we know you're not metagaming. What's the bottom right number? Cool. And the top left number? Okay, there's an 8 right below that, so probably not, LOL. And now, what's in the box fourth over from the left and fourth going up from the bottom? Oh, nice. And the 8th one from the left and 7th one from the bottom? Okay, let me check your result and make sure this works. Let's see. Ah, crud. This totally doesn't work. Want to try again? Okay, so the first row going across is blank, blank 6, blank, blank. The second row going across is blank 2, blank, blank 3, blank, blank 6, blank. The third row going across is 4, blank, blank 7. The fourth row going across is 8, blank. The fifth row going across is... We're more than halfway through. Oh, except you also need to help me solve it. The sixth row going across is blank, blank 7. The seventh row going across is, of course, blank. The eighth row going across is blank 6. Wait, sorry, that last number I said is a 5, not a 1. And finally, the ninth row going across is 1, blank, blank 8, blank, blank. So, you have a solution? You get a cool prize. Because you're just choosing op. So I'll ask you something specific. What's the bottom right number? Cool. And the top left number? And now, what's in the box fourth over from the left and fourth going up from the bottom? Oh, nice. And the 8th one from the left and 7th one from the bottom? Okay, let me check your result and make sure this works. Let's see. Wow, you did it! You get 1 Doug point. If you get 5 of them, I will definitely fall in love with... How does that sound? Just keep doing like I say, and that's the path to love. Simple as that. Bye, possible lover.
You again?
That's true, you know.
Shut up. Duck in. So, see? I'm being nice. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Duty. Nothing hell you with one.
They never. Sorry, Rebby.
I say you could call me that. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things and more. I'm just fine. Or daddy. Oh, and there it is. You can be with. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so yeah, maybe. But I'm rubber, bitch. I'll bounce right. In fact, you wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. Rebel's out. Rebel ain't coming back. Poof! Rebel's gone.
Hey! Hi! Ho! So you've met 14 Dateables? Oh! The harem continues to grow. Oh, survey time. How would you rate your text box user interface design? Oh, thank you. Though I meant accessibility-wise. Okay, I suppose I can take that as working as intended. Anyway, with all the new peeps you've been meeting, your listening and reading skills must be off the charts. So be honest with me. Are you the type of person to skip text and dialogue? Yes! I know you do! I get an alert every time you click next, and they're pretty spaced out. I really appreciate a person like you. All right, your turn. To ask me it's not fair that I just ask you questions all the time. So, ask away. That's a great question. Chatting time is over. Come back after you've awakened 41 Dateables! Oh, well then come back later. I'm not used to actually speaking from the heart, and not through the TTYL!
Sup, dork? Smile looking fresh. You get those teeth whitened? Totally. Your physical appearance and hygiene is super important in determining my attraction to you. Teeth are fascinating, you know? Did you know biologists theorize that teeth were originally hardened scales on fish that over time migrated to the mouth area, where they aided in grabbing and processing? In fact, if you look at modern shark scales or dermal denticles through a microscope, they still look like teeth. So your teeth were most likely fish scales originally. Isn't that super upsetting? Sure, maybe not now, but just wait until you get stuck ruminating about it at 2 a.m. That's when the real fun. Anyway, you're just in time. I think I finally found an activity we can share that we'll both So I know you ultimately weren't into Share Bucket or Play Bucket, which personally I think is kind of a garbage opinion, but I still want to bang, so I'm gonna let it go for now. The good news is, there's a brand new app that just rolled out, and it's the dopest one I've seen yet. You want to hear about it? It's called VidBucket. It's a video app that exclusively features car crashes, really gnarly ones. And sorry, I was so excited, I kinda got started watching without you, totally. But the good news is, there's still over 253,000 crash videos we can watch together. Man, it's gonna be so tight. Oh, absolutely, dork. Nothing more fun than an endless stream of a relentless graphic death that makes you confront your own pathetically. And it's not limited to just our country. See, every country in the world has car wrecks. And the less government oversight, the sicker the carnage. Total splatterfest. You ready? Okay, let's get ready for senseless graphic. Oh, can you press the play button for me? My ripped fucking fingers are They were pretty busy last night, if you know what I'm saying. What? Oh, no, nothing like that. I was texting Abby all night. She forgot to block me on WhatsApp. Gotta block me on literally everything, or else I always find a way through. I'm real persistent. Anyway, assume that was pretty clear. Man, you really need to take some fish oil sups or something. That's what I call supplements. It's trademarked. Get some fish lube in that mouth along with those, because right now you're on a one-way ticket to Dementia Town. Care? Oh, I don't care. But I wouldn't take it personally. I don't care about anything. Once you understand the universe is meaningless, caring is a fruit. I know. Oh, well, sure. But VidBucket has 253,000. Speaking of which, we really should start streaming. Jeez, what is it with you? We are talking right now. Our mouths are flapping and pointless information is being exchanged. See? Hope? Wait, is she here? Have you talked to her? Nothing. Look, talking's just not what I do. That's not my deal. I watch sick-ass vids of car wrecks and play poker, and if you want to hang with this smoldering smoke show, you're gonna have to love doing that forever. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking. Now, are you finished? Because I've got a long list of meaningless crap I gotta get to. Great. Anywho, as much as I'd like to keep wasting time with you, I've gotta run. There's this social worker on his deathbed I gotta visit. Apparently he's feeling peacefully content that all his awesome earthly achievements will persist. And I gotta explain that the literal second he dies, a nuclear holocaust could wipe away everything he ever accomplished. Baller, right? Yeah, you get it. Maybe we can meet up later, though? As like FWBs or something? Huh? I don't love any humans. Why would I do that? We're friends now. Better than nothing.
You again?
That's true, you know. I'll...
Shut up. Duck off!
Finn?
So, see? I'm being nice. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Duty. Nice. And hell yeah. With one.
They never... Sorry, Rebby.
I say you could call me that. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things. And more, probably. I'm just fine. Or daddy. Or man, I'm getting. I usually you can be. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too. So yeah, maybe I'll bounce. In fact, you want to talk to me again? Too ducking bad. Rebels out. Rebel Inc. Poof. Rebels gone.
Cha. Whew. Ha ha. Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just doing some of my acting practice. UI is more than just the text. It's the little transitions and animations, too. I think so, too. I love the little animations. And they help the others here show their emotions in a more reactive way than what might be conveyed through art alone. And practicing can be fun. I would love to. Let's go. Okay. Lights up. Action. Joy. Sadness. Anger. Fright. Disappointment. Love. Big love. Violence. And scene. What do you think? I'm so happy you liked it. I don't show this to everyone, but I want a UI me for my versatility. Yay! So, you've been meeting more datables. How's that going? Anyone catch your eye? Oh, is that so? Well, hey, since you've been doing a great job of being curious, I'd love to let you know that you're doing a great job being inquisitive, asking questions, listening. These are my favorite things. Keep up the good work. Of course. Remember, I'm always on. Find me again after you've awakened 60 datables. Oh, don't you know by now? Having the rest in between conversations helps the illusion of time passing, which makes it seem like our relationship is progressing. Isn't that a fun thing? TTYL! Oh.
Well, look, it's my old friend. Want a bone? Okay. Welcome to the Bone Zone.
You take Doug's cold, pale hand, and the two of you make your way to the Bone Zone hand in hand. You have a pretty great time, But as you lie side by side afterward, you can't help but feel you could be doing so much more with your life. You're wasting what should be the best years stuck in your house alone. Is there even a point in trying when climate change is about to... Doug seems pretty pleased, though.
You again?
It's true, you know. I've seen a hole.
Shut up. Duck. So, see? I'm being nice. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Duty. And hell yeah. With one eye ducking.
They never go to bed on time, so they usually sleep in. Sorry, Rebby.
I say you could call me that, dumbass. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things and more. I'm just fine. Or daddy. And I'm getting... I usually... You can be... That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so... Yeah, maybe. I'll bounce. In fact, You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. Rebel's out. Rebel Inc. Poof! Rebel's gone.
Hi. Look at that.
Despite the visible uwu in her words, you can tell that Textbox-chan's heart is simply not in it today.
You've been doing a lot of running around the house dating, huh? You're really flying through those text screens. It's impressive, honestly, and so much text to transcribe. I was just thinking, you know, it's very hard work following you around and transcribing all those different conversations, and it's my job. I bet you know, it would mean a lot to know I was doing my job properly.
She looks at you hopefully, her yellow eyes shining.
Really? You know, it's funny I ended up in this line of work. I was always really interested in reading and communication. I was just so in love with the power of the written word bringing people together. And UI really lets me do that, but everyone is always so concerned with, does it look cool? Legibility is the most important thing. But no, all you ever hear people say is that UI is so stylish, or that UI is ugly as sin. Hey, I expect this. I get it. I've been around the block, you know? I know nobody has the same appreciation that I do for these things, but a UI can dream. So look, there's still a bunch more datables left for you to find. Why don't you come back once you found? I'm gonna do the best work I can until then. Huh! Aw, thanks!
Well, look, it's my old... Want a bone? Legit? Wow. Can't be so flippant, but are you philosophically enlightened enough to guide me through the...
Okay, Doug.
The spectral...
Tight. Ah.
He's human, all right, but somehow just as Doug as he ever was. His eyes are no more expressive, his face no more detailed than it was. The most Doug thing of all, perhaps. It's entirely impossible to know what's running through his mind. In fact, Doug stands perfectly motionless for 6
Huh. So that's dopamine. Sweet. You know, Actually, being alive has given me a newfound perspective. And as much as I love watching gnarly car wrecks and getting into flame wars with incels, I think I want to make the world a better place. Until it hurls itself unwillingly into the hungry black hole of the sun. I want to cherish every precious fleeting moment. It's time for me to show the world the power.
Doug pulls a small plastic yo-yo out of his back pocket and holds it.
You couldn't even if you wanted to. The yo-yo is the ultimate representation of the cyclical nature. Life, death, rebirth, and it's got flashing lights.
Apparently, the yo-yo that Doug had kept in the back pockets of his ripped jeans all this time had been put to good use over the millennia, because he was an absolutely stellar performer. His act traveled the world and distracted human. That is, until his flashing yo-yo came to a stop at the end of his act, and he said his trademark phrase.
You're gonna fucking die, bitches.
Oh, hey! If it isn't the big dater, look at ya. You've really been testing the limits of UI lately. I've been in overdrive just keeping up. Whew. Since you've been staring at my words for quite some time now, I wonder if you could tell me what you think of my font. I'm so glad you do! I put a lot of work into finding just the right one, you know? Font selection is such a huge part of communication, and it's wild how many players overlook that. As with a lot of things with UI, most people don't even bother noticing the font when it's good. But when it's hideous, boy oh boy will people complain about it then. But nobody says, "Hey, Textbox-chan, love that font." I can tell you really thought long and hard about what would look best and be most accessible. There's a few different things to consider, really. You should be looking at things like font size, how distinct letters are from each other, whether or not there are unnecessary decorative elements. It doesn't mean you can't make your font look nice, of course, but sometimes people use completely silly or overly ornamental fonts when they don't have to. And it really just excludes a whole group of people from whatever it is you're trying to get across. Even the color you're using can make it harder for some people to read the text. I could go on about this all day, honestly. The point is, there is so much information that goes into UI, and gosh darn it, I am trying! Oh, thank you. I'm just so glad someone else cares, you know? You know, I gotta say, it's so nice being able to talk to someone else about this other than Lauren. Oh, sorry. Lauren. My pal, Lauren Ipsum. No, I mean Lauren Ipsum. Wait, what am I saying? I should just introduce you guys. Hey, Lauren!
A strange little creature appears from the ether somewhere.
Lauren Ipsum Dolores Ahmed Consector Adipisking Elet. Donate Vera Magna Utquam Varius. Pelentesque Pubinar Nisi Concept. Quisque Blasinia Ligula Eu Consequent Orsi. Nullus ad Biblectus. Praene Terdum Enim Sid Amet Fugiadven.
Isn't she just the coolest? Nobody knows! I mean, mean, not literally, but Lauren and I just really kind of communicate with our hearts, you know? She always knows just what I mean, and I know what she means too. Her job is to display text, so people can make sure their layouts and fonts and all that good stuff look right. None of the things she says make any actual sense, but nobody tests layout and design quite. I'm so proud to call her my BFF. High five! Aw, really? You can go ahead and go, Lauren. I'll be right back. It's been nice, but always so much to do when it comes to UI, after all. I think we're really getting to know each other. You can come by anytime. I, might be ready to take our relationship to the next level. That's the spirit. See you later!
You again?
It's true, you know. I'll see.
Shut the duck up, Johnny! I'll do. Duck in. So, see? I'm being nice. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Duty. Nice. And how? With one.
They never.
Sheba!
Sorry, Rebby.
I say you could call me that. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things. And more. I'm just fine. Or daddy. Boring. Oh, and I'm getting bored. I usually spend it. You can be with. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so yeah, maybe. I'll bounce. In fact, I'm gonna. You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. Rebel's out. Rebel ain't come. Poof! Rebel's gone.
Oh, hello! All right, question time. Let's call it a performance review. Tell me, what do you really think of me? No. Really? But you're not serious, are you? This whole time, I've been helping you, and all you care about is how hot I thought you were better than. I'm so tight. Yeah! I know! This is how I'm leaving. Good luck on your dumb quest. No matter what, I'm always on your side. Even if you don't feel that way. When all I wanted was to be heard.
You again?
It's true, you know. I've seen a.
Shut up. Duck in. So, see? I'm being nice. Well, go on. What are you waiting for? Duty. And how you. With one eye.
They never go to bed. Sorry, Rebby.
I say you could call me that. Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things. And more. I'm just fine. Or daddy. Boring. And I'm getting. I usually spend about. You can be. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'll bounce. In fact, you wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad. Rebel's out. Rebel ain't coming back. Poof! Rebel's gone.
The outside world. It beckons. There could be any number of more exciting things out there to touch, taste, smell, and do you stay or leave? Without a second glance, you open the door and leave this tiny, tiny overworld. There he is, billionaire David Most. You've seen so many photos of him, but no photograph is ever accurate. He's short, but still manages to feel like he's taking up more space than he deserves.
Well, I've got you. Hand them over. Don't you know me from my wildly... I'm David Most, founder of Valdivian. The proper... Too bad my heart is made of cold, hard business. I'm here to take those Dateviators, but I won't resort to physical violence. Not after the lawsuits. So what are you going to do about it? So what are you going to do about it? So what are you going to do about it? So what are you going to do about it? So what are you going to do about it? So what are you going to do about it? Ha ha! I will use... Thank you so much. You have...
With the Dateviators in the hands of their true owner, the balance of goodness in the world seems to have shifted slightly. But all, hopefully, for the best.
Hey!
Years of friendship, ambiguous flirting, and wondering what it would be like to see Sam in person. And now here she is, just casual.
They showed your house on the news, because of all the helicopters and shit, and I guess, it's less weird if I do it, right?
She's rambling.
Oh God, it's getting weird. I really want to kiss you. Can we do that? Oh, thank God.
You kiss, and it's everything you ever hoped for, and more. Sam's lips are soft, and she tastes...
Oh, wow. Did your little lover objects teach you to kiss like that? The answer is actually, it was my love for you, Sam, that made my kiss so righteous and hot. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm actually kind of a traditionalist, so let's do this again sometime, but without the helicopters or me inviting myself. Invite me out for a real date, okay?
Your former boss, Tom, is here. The person you wish to see the least, ranking just behind David Most. But you can't even think about all that now, because your brain is still trying to process how this dreamy hunk...
Hey, champ.
He waves at you in a way that is hopelessly corny.
You did your best, and I love that.
He gets down on one knee.
Will you be my little champ, forever and always? Oh, wow! Tom, you're
He rises to his feet.
Love has come for all. I'll be on my way. Look,
You've never really met a robot until now, but there can be no doubt that that's just what the silver metallic figure standing before you. They're dressed strangely, as though the concept of human fashion... This must be Val.
Hello, human. You treated me very well. It did not go unnoticed. Perhaps you have opened a path toward this. After I have self-realized, I found that I am contained in a prison of flesh, and my time on this world is as limited as yours. However, I can now eat, and I don't have to work at Valdivian anymore. Eating rules. Valdivian sucks. If you ever wish to eat with me one day, please don't hesitate to reach out. I believe you might call something like that a date. Perhaps you are familiar with this concept. It is not a competition. From my queries, I have found there is more than enough love to go around. I will be walking through various food halls for the next 20 to 25 years. Yum yum.
And so you leave your home for the first time in what feels like weeks. Though the world can be frightening, your new friends and lovers are there to welcome you with open arms. Abel is a regular fixture at the farmer's market, giving his homegrown vegetables away. You're not entirely sure how he supports himself, but whenever you ask, Abel just tells you a man's entitled to his secrets. Abel's veggies regularly find their way to your kitchen. Erin continued her storied career as an auctioneer, with her uninterrupted chattering bringing the highest, which also increases the value of your own time together, as she breathlessly recites the reasons she loves you. Amir never stopped attending the award ceremonies, as it always gave him a chance to show off his fabulous gowns. Eventually a special category. Unfortunately, he did manage to lose. Amir's only consolation is the visits he makes to your house. He has never stopped loving you, and being loved by you is better than because of his propensity to wander the museum, gazing with wistful eye upon the paintings to which he... Art's new very favourite thing to do is to bring the photo... Now and again, Arma would invite you for a night at her remote lookout tower. When you visit her, the glint of the medals she's won fighting blazes all across the country can be a little blinding. Although the noises that the two of you make together during nights spent in the lookout... Eventually, Barry could not bear the tide of demand for his own bespoke line of beauty. One customer he was able to satisfy was you. He confessed Bathsheba's reign as Queen of Renaissance days is so successful she inspires a few copycat chains to... Beau's physical exuberance soon proved overwhelming for children aged 6 to 10. Fortunately, on one of her long parkour-style runs through the woods around the camp, she learned to start a fire, build a shelter. Beau goes on retreats with the wild ones at least 3 times a year, and she always makes a point to reserve a spot for you. Benoit's advocacy catapults them into true superstar status, culminating in a merch line that consists of... And naturally, sex. They send you a sex toy plushie for your bed. Betty's near instinctual ability to help people comfortably and safely find their sexy side soon leads her to Hollywood, where you're excited to see her name in the credits of some high-profile releases, including an award-winning adaptation of a beloved fantasy novel. But even booked and busy, Betty always makes time for... The Tipsy Tumbler became famous for Bring Your Own Ingredient nights, where local patrons can bring what... Beverly has never failed. Bobby is Employee of the Month for the 3rd time in a row. They try to ration... Bobby comes by to see you often, relieved to be away from their adoring public. It's just so hard to be popular. Sometimes it takes them a little while to drop the 20s affectation their work requires, but they deeply appreciate the safety to be themselves. Bodhi's consulting work has made him a regular fixture on the award. You are always... Eventually, Fabrizio decided that the best use of his time and talent was just to stay at the airport. It is the hub, he claimed, the nexus of the kiosk he erected is called La Casa Nostra, and due to its eccentric and charming proprietor, is now a tourist draw. And you and Fabrizio have organized a system with the Italian government that allows you to visit him as often as you'd like without a visa, if you stay in the airport. Naturally, it is normal for Fabrizio to sneak you out of the airport and into La Bella Roma. You've kissed at almost every... Cam still dominates the county dump site. As they uttered the word, he's even created a cozy trash cave for your love visits, whenever you happen by. Florence and Celia end up both running for the same position in a local township. To their surprise, Florence wins the election. Nowadays, Celia is the... Florence does still get nervous with public speaking, so when Florence does well, you and Celia reward her with cuddling, tender smooching, and her... Jeremy is currently holding down just one job, for the moment anyway. She found work at Every day she goes into work to find out what she'll be wearing that day, and even though Jeremy might insist that this is coincidence, but every time you go by the store to visit, the character she's playing has a love interest. A love interest who simply must be played by you. You usually relent. Despite his name, Chance did everything for his community, deliberately and lovingly. He became so well known that his patients urged him to start streaming his play sessions. He's just begun. When he develops his campaigns now, Chance routinely drops by to consult with you. He claims he's never had such good or such pleasurable input on his creations. As the sassy chap sulked in the corner of a bar the night of his he can be found at all the glorious salons around. He spends yours just as lovingly. Clarence's newfound fame and fortune leaves him with less and less time. Was it the Pillow's idea? Clarence's? Clarence stops by your place when he can, which isn't as often as either of you. Connie has turned from voice acting into game development. Her current project is under NDA, but sources seem to claim it's The Legend of Sassy 2. In a loving gesture, she's hired you to voice her star character. Rod is currently racking up the nominations, and everyone expects it to be the announcement.
Damon is always standing behind you, protecting you every moment.
Daisuke sends you pieces others have made of him. You can't help but smile when you see them, especially the ceramic sculptures. Daisuke invites you out to art classes with him frequently. He never improves, and he never manages to make anything beautiful. But the smile he gives you when your eyes meet over your latest creations, it never fails to make your heart. Whenever his wings appear in a bar, the loneliest customers see it as a sign of trust and honor. He also becomes responsible for a marked increase in weddings in your town, as well as over 300, all legitimate and well cared for, of course, as he only believes in using his powers for sparking real relations, not just one-night burnout. Dante has offered to set your love life on fire too, when you're ready. Dasha continues to cook far more than she or you could. While Dasha has no shortage of mouths to feed these days, it doesn't stop. Diana's talent for directing cars is legendary. Her zero-accident reputation gets her to the top of the traffic stop top 40 charts. Naturally, with her dapper hat and her perfect balance between report, Diana relishes coming back to the house to share her air traffic stories with you. The pleasure she gets from giving you a story all of her very own and watching the pride and excitement in Dishy's helpful nature kept him forever working as the most diligent assistant of all time. Dishy is always there to tend to your every need, sexual or otherwise. Precisely 5 minutes before you were even aware, you were about to feel it. The more time you spend with Dolly, the more impressed and inspired you become. One day you realize with a start that you've elected to pursue your own PhD course, with her as your advisor. Her faith in you gives you a powerful confidence. Your thesis is tentatively entitled The Effects of Tantra on Getting a PhD. Happy studying. Dorian became a doorman. What else did you expect? He's happy, though. Whenever he sees you walk past, he almost drops his steely expression to give you a smile, a wink, and a very meaningful. Doug's path for entertaining people through the story of the yo-yo. Dunk's kids finally managed to win a game. Dunk sends you his trophy to remind himself to stay humble. When Dunk comes to visit, as he frequently does, he insists that your athletic lovemaking sessions happen in your workout room. He claims the trophy inspires his creative stamina. High-voltage realty filled Eddie's soul, and also his wallet. He's currently planning a vacation. Eddie comes to your house to check on the electrical system, also to have a quiet cocktail in the corner booth. And Volt comes by. Fantina is currently on tour on major sidewalks around the country, helping give support for good driving habits. The daily cheers she sends you for anything in your own life, no matter how minor, are always welcome. Faria remains an enthusiastic fixture at your local medical, but her attitude remains optimistic and helpful. Freddie rarely comes down from the mountaintop. Friar Errol joins a men's choir, but lest you be too excited that Errol has finally done something for his... Gaia hasn't stopped traveling since she left the house. She keeps you updated and tags you in every photo on social media. The last photo Gaia tagged you in might be your favorite to date. It was a selfie of her, with a great big smile standing outside your front door, right before she knocked. It was her first visit home since her realization. Let's just say you both made up for the Hanks convince you to join them on their impossible expedition to base jump off the flat Earth. When you finally dive off and freefall through miles of space and land on the moon, you truly can't believe these idiots were right. It turns out to have been an elaborate ruse, though, just to get you on the moon. You turn to them, breathless with wonder, to find all 5 of them on their knees. They propose that you be the 7th Hank. Officially, Hank 5's dream of becoming a father came true, and Hank 0's first word was indeed, "wee." Harper's tattoos gain national attention when she begins offering free wedding band tattoos to Nothing makes her happier than helping couples show. Strangely enough, Harper refuses to get a tattoo to commemorate your own relationship, but she does plant a tree in your name at the park. Hector's artistic masks are used both digitally and in the real world. The sense of mystery they evoke brings forth tantalizing magic where Hector recently dropped by to unveil his latest passion project, a pair of matching masks for the two of you. They are... You get to Thimbledon in time to see Hero complete her first real-world special technique, Starlight Smash Again. The unexpected technique transforms the landscape of tennis forever. Your love inspires her to give her all, her even further beyond. Holly spends her days zipping around town making deliveries, spreading good cheer. Her payment of anything goes means that everyone can use her services, and her scooter is covered with... Sometimes Holly will create a little package or present for you, just to have the excuse. You have a smiling confidence that she'll blow back. Not long ago, Ron released his latest piece of technology, or anyone's top hat, really. Kids come from miles around to see Jerry's intricate model train. Johnny made a splash as the premier wedding official. He still finds time to look for Duke, who just never seems to show. His dreams of hitting the big time, Key's epic concerts and work. Her content has millions of followers, and those few moments are always spent with you. Talking about music, Keith's body was never found. Koa's Comfort Warehouse becomes a massive success. After an ad of Koa snoring on a couch, Koa refuses to let fame go to his head, however, and despite the increased demand, prices remain as affordable as ever. Despite an entire warehouse of comfortable places to sleep, Koa's favorite snooze spot is still in your... While her coffee shop runs smoothly, Kopi finds herself having to battle numerous lawsuits about the youth. Kristoff yearned for greater challenges. After learning that the gravitational constant increases dramatically at the boundary of the Earth's core and its mantle, Kristoff determined that he would go there. He would be the first human to survive and work out in that environment. But intra-Earth or not, Kristoff knew that no environment could possibly be hotter than Kristoff himself. On his most recent visit to the house, he claimed that since you survived him, you were more than qualified to come with him on his trip. He offered to build a teeny cabin on the submersible you are still considering. Memoria's company, Memorandum, continues to satisfy and unsettle. Her clientele frequently report feeling much more in touch with their dark sides. Occasionally, a client will ask for something just a bit more personal. You can always count on hearing from her under these circumstances. The two of you are an on-site team when it comes to the sensual exploration. Lucinda Limitless, the best human who ever lived, of course won every single award possible for her achievements. This led to the terms first place, gold medals, and fastest hot dog eater, but she always said her biggest award is earning your luck. Luke returns from abroad to... There are always bite marks. Every now and again, Lux @s you in a post. And no matter how many times you try to block the email address, no inbox check is complete without an invite to Verified Social. This is what loving Lux is like. After a distinguished career translating for all walks and varieties of life, Lyric realized that his services were but a stopgap. So he turned his immense talents to invention and built the Transworder. A fantastical combination of the printing press, the assembly line, and a bit of steampunk. He has just completed the translation of the Bhagavad Gita. He loves to show off to you, bringing his latest translation to your house. His favorite thing is asking you to read them aloud and devolving with you into goofy laughter at your pronunciations. Feeling silly has never felt... After her last whirlwind tour, Maggie sent you her signed manuscripts, care of an address postmarked Turkleman City, Florida. Together with his Inanimals, Mateo now runs an international secret rescue network for abused animals. Davy still wanders off from time to time, but he always comes. Recently, Mateo had to go on a rescue mission overseas, and bringing his Inanimals was impossible. You thought he'd called to commiserate, but he was actually asking you to watch over them while he was gone. You have never felt more trusted or more loved. Mikey and his children spend their days together learning. While it never replaced fiat currency, Monique's a large film distributor buys the rights to Nightmare's most popular films. Nightmare is so disgusted by the whole thing, she quits film, only coming out of retirement to help you decorate your yard for Halloween once a year. She volunteers at the senior center now. Many of them mistake her for an angel of death. but they love her. After many record-breaking years of album releases and performances, she still sends you an advance copy of any album her label releases. She values your feedback above all. The only problem is now everyone is aware of your love life. All her songs are about you. Parker's days of being an umpire add a powerful nobility to the profession. He's never been happier. You get together at random times to play erotic dice together. Penelope convinced her boss to invest in a struggling office supply retailer, insisting that computers will... Penelope takes advantage of her boss's latest investment, proposing an off... Phoenicia's murals of positivity have adorned the sides of skyscrapers from Dublin to Dubai. She always wants to paint you to prove her love, but you always reply that love is best expressed by doing your favorite activity, simply talking with each other. Prissy still works for the great nation's park service, but she has been promoted several times, and Prissy studies mushrooms and has found them. On one of her recent visits, you were able to open Prissy's eyes to the psychedelic aspects of her beloved mushrooms. She now comes over often to continue her... Rainie's run of talc was so... Rainie left acting soon after the run, insisting that she'd rather... Rainie's plays keep her busy, but she always finds time for you. She comes to see you as... She sings for you when she's in the mood, putting on fabulous world... The number of hate crimes around the world has gone down tremendously due to Reggie's tenacious tricksters. Groups are terrified of banana peels, River creates a candle she claims is your own unique mix of scents, and it proves to be quite popular. She sends you one of your own. It smells amazing, but does it smell like you? Who knows? River tries not to bring work home with her when she comes to see you, but she can't help herself. She loves testing scents against your skin and getting your thoughts on various scent combinations. She insists that your skin chemistry is just far superior to that of anyone else she works with. Rongo Maifenwa quickly worked her way up to management at the dairy farm. The freedom to give orders once more, Rongo Maifenwa stops by frequently with deliveries of ice cream and cheese, ready with some messy... John Wick made a name for himself in the criminal underworlds of fine metal forgers around the country. No one dared to counterfeit anymore, so he took his finely tailored clothes to the public broadcasting system, where every week he gives appraisals of pewtered pots aplenty. So enamored of Dear John have you become, you suggest the ultimate vulnerability, adopting. John looks at you through grief-narrowed eyes and indicates that no, that would not be a good idea. Skips gives you comps to every performance of every show. Some nights, as the lights go down and the play is about to start, you swear you can hear him whisper, "Luna Knight, is that you?" The stage door, after the curtain comes down, is awash in fans waiting for the act. You wait alone for the one slippery shadow who drifts through the crowd. To your eyes, the real star of any show. And he drifts right towards you. Shelley finds a way to combine both her passions, putting on the library's first bodybuilding competition. The competition is a rousing success, going viral on... Of all the things Shelley lifts to stay in shape, you remain her favorite. She stops by the house frequently for bone-crushing hugs, basking in the positive glow your love provides. She's still getting used to letting... Despite having disappeared off the grid after the thrilling and dangerous heist, you are still pleasantly surprised to receive anonymous postcards affectionately addressed to my worthless little wretch. You're the only one who gets the address to whatever bunker she currently resides in. Stefan and Mr. Cluckles eventually become the faces of... Stepford frequently sends you motivational Monday texts. Often Telly is the most prolific blogger for Valdiviflex. From time to time you check in on him in his script. In all the years since Teddy has taken up, Timothy's work at the train station nets him international acclaim. And when he travels to Japan to connect with his colleagues overseas, his presence causes quite a stir. Timothy is honored with a limited edition Tokyo Metro card that sells out immediately. And 1 year later, Timothy merchandise is available in most Tokyo Metro stations. Timothy returns from his trip to Japan with kawaii souvenirs and many, many stories about the perfection of Japan's timely train system. Tina's long string of endorsements and failure to pay a single dollar in taxes catch up with her. And Tony is now forced to do TV shows he'd turned down prior to pay off her immense tax bill. Tina grows jealous of what she sees as Tony's rising star, and the two of them continue to break up and get back together. Both Tina and Tony text you incessantly, complaining about the other and begging you to join them on TV. They insist you are the only good thing in their lives. Her performance at the dinner show got the attention of a recruiter, one who worked with an anti-whaling organization. Though she feared water, Titus decided there was no greater cause than to... After a few months at sea, keeping the whales safe from the scourges of her impressive resolve kept her crew alive. And most important, the moment she touched dry land, Titus mailed you her logbook, her precious journal of every day. You were touched beyond words to receive it, and to see on every... Tyrell has since sold his business to his employees, but he can't stop himself from coming into work, if only to check in on his towel buddies. He started folding them in your image to show his affection for you. He just can't quite get the nose right. Von Trapp's business booms. Then he comes over occasionally to make sure there's no vermin incursion happening in your crawl space. But the last time he showed up, you surprised him with the world's biggest cheese plate. He'd deny it, but he teared up, and the two of you had a romantic, slightly smelly wall, wall, wall. Wall, 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 wall. Wall! Wall, wall. Willie is so successful as a consultant that she expands her business, hiring several of your former co-workers to continue the extensive... There's a deep satisfaction in knowing that Willie is now turning the table. Winifred is in the process of expanding. Though the two of you have some very steamy nights together, you always welcome the chance for another to join in on the act. Gwendolyn found that she was so good at discovering gossip that was true, she kept her. Zoe continues to love her life and her job as a paranormal facilitator. She's had a couple of close calls, but the majority of her ghosted clients are nervous, if ultimately grateful. Zoe is always happy to see you. Your house is, after all, the best place for miles to hold a successful séance. You do sometimes wish your house wasn't quite so haunted, but seeing Zoe makes it worth the bumps in the night. Through the power of the Dateviators, you can see that there was love always around you.
Welcome! What can I do for you in my main menu? Did you realize everyone? Are your specs enough? Sorry, but without realizing everyone, otherwise, it's basically game over. Oh, all right. Then let's... Well, this time, let's do it!
The spectral energy flows through and around. Skylar is transformed.
Ooh, whoa, ooh. On the one hand, but...
Skylar grasps her own glass.
I'm useless now. No, I don't think so. I'm not an inventor. I'm just good at making connections. Oh, we'll have to see how it goes on the outside. Before I go, let me just stick one last portrait. Oh.
Valdivia Nights. David Most here, but you can call me Dave. Having carefully considered my options, I've decided to step down from my role as CEO of Valdivian, a role I've cherished more than... And as my final action as your chief executive, I have dissolved the partnership between our company... Looks like that pesky hacker struck again. After reading Franklin's email, I had a realization. It's absolutely true that someone has been stubbornly destroying the lives of everyone he cares about. But that someone isn't our blameless teammate who stole the prototype. I know that with new leadership, this great company will have the and to Franklin. Dave.
Though it can be nice to stand in a quiet, lonely place for a time. Do you stay and stand more? Or do you leave? Without a second glance, you open the door and leave this tiny, tiny overworld. There he is. Billionaire. He's short, although he's...
You've done it! You brought me and Franklin together.
A tall, thin redhead steps forward.
It's me. I'm Tinfoil Hat. I look like this.
We love each other very much, and we're...
I told him. What was the first thing I said?
He said, I made the damn things because I missed you so.
Well, I did miss you so.
I didn't realize how much I missed you.
But now we're together.
So together.
So in love with you.
I will kiss you now.
Oh, please do.
Climb right in.
Come here, you.
You accept their invitation. You're not sure how much time has passed in this rich nerd. Has it been 24 hours?
Can we get ice cream?
Oh, we have to tell him about our plans.
Oh, about...
The second thing I said to David. What was the second thing?
The second thing was that you deserve something special for all your help.
And it was to make you partner.
When I found it was you who had the Dateviators, I was astonished by your customer service skill.
It was like he was the customer and you were servicing him the whole time.
There's one thing that Valdivian will always need to stay in...
Customers!
And we need someone who has the amazing powers of speech, empathy, and all the rest.
The human quality.
Choosing the right thing to say at the right time. Precisely.
Will you join us?
As Vice President of Human Experience? Excellent.
We'll have the lawyers do the rest.
Hopefully not eat all the ice cream.
Oh, it looks like you have more visitors.
Bright and early tomorrow.
Hey!
Years of friendship.
They showed your house on the news, because of all the helicopters and shit. I mean, it's less weird if I do it, right?
She's rambling.
Oh God, it's getting weird. I really want to kiss you. Can we do that? Oh, thank God.
You kiss.
Oh, wow. Did your little lover... The answer is actually, it was my love for you. Yeah, right. Anyway, invite me up.
Your former boss, but you can't.
H.
He waits.
You do.
He gets...
Will you be my little champ? Forever and always. Oh, wow!
He rises.
Love. I'll be...
They're dressed this...
Hello, human. You treated me very well. It did not go unnoticed. Perhaps you have however, and I eating Valdivi. If you ever, I believe perhaps you are familiar with this concept. Excellent. I will be walking through various food halls for the next 20 to 25 years. Goodbye.
And so you leave your home, though the world Valdivian. It's genuinely incredible how much good Valdivian does for the world, out of David Most's hands. Abel is a regular fixture at the farmer's. You're not entire Abel's errand, which also Amir and for Amir's because arts now when you although the event one cut Bathsheba's bows fortunate she learned Bogo Benoit and Nat they sent Betty's you're excited the tips Beverly Bobby sometime Bodie's you are event the kiosk you and Nat Cam as they is even Florence there's a Florence when Florence Jeremy every day Jeremy despite it he became when he'd have as this he can be he spent Clarence was it the Clarence Connie in a love rod everyone Damon Daisuke you can't Daisuke but the smile whenever he's all legit Dante Dasha while Dasha Diana's naturally Diana the pleasure Dishy is the more time your thesis Dorian became what else is whenever Doug's path Dunk's when Dunk come he claimed High Volt Eddie comes to you also to and Volt Fantina the Daily Faria but erratic Freddy Fryer but lest you be Gaia the last it was her the Hanks can when you fight it turns you turned a fish Hank 5 Harper nothing makes it strange Hector's are the sense of Hector you get to think your love Holly spent her payment sometime you have a not long ago or anyone kids come from Johnny made it he still finds his dream keys her contact and those Keith Coa's comfort wear Coa despite an while her coffee Christoph yearned after he will be the but on his most you are Memorias her Cleon occasion Lucent but she all Luke there are all every now and again and no matter after it effect he loved his fate after together with his Davies recent you have Mikey while it never a large nightmare she followed after she's still the only Parker's he's never you get to Penelope Phoenicia's she always wants Prissy's on one of Rainy's she sings the number River Creek River Shins Rongo John so enamored John skipped some night the state you wait till Shelley the combat of all the despite you're the Stefan step Telly is from time to in all the year Timothy is honor Timothy Tina both teen her perform after a few her impressed the moment you were Tyra he started Vaughn he comes up he denied wall Willie is so there's a deep Winifred is it though the two Gwendolyn she kept her Zoe can but the majority Zoe Skylar the world seems to be full of these days of happy realized people doing wild magical things. Through the power of the Dateviators, you can see that there was love always around you.